that button, feel the love, it's a treat. Like, come on now, subscribe. Join the party, baby, ride the vibe. One click of love, keep the spirit alive. Hit that button and let's all thrive.
All right, everybody. All right. Welcome. First off, let me start by saying this video is for educational entertainment purposes, and that I claim this video to be used with fair use. So, ladies and gentlemen, Homewood in the building. Road Boy for life. 15208-412. Come holla at your boy. Okay, real quick update on the Carmelo Anthony and this Austin Metcalf. Well, apparently, first off, let me say thanks to Michi X for supplying this video, and Michi X Network for supplying this video. So apparently, anyway, before I even get started on this, Carmelo Anthony is out of jail on bail. For those of you that thought he wasn't going to get out, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. And this video is for everybody who was talking about the family, how they took them the GoFundMe money and bought a new house and did this and did that. The family already had money. They already had money to do what they wanted to do. So they didn't even touch that money. The money wasn't even issued to them yet. So with all the propaganda and everything that's being spread on this family, shame. You know, it's a shame that us as melanated people, we can't have good jobs to secure our future for our families, to where if we want to buy a big house or something, we go buy it without being scrutinized about it, even though knowing the sensitivity of the case, of the matter right here. But anyway, let's get into this video.
Austin Metcalf's father decided to show up at Carmelo Anthony's family's press conference today. Most people are saying, well, he had a right to be there because his son is the victim. And I say that has still yet to be determined. Next, nobody's showing up at all of his conferences and things that he's saying or the stuff that he's doing for his child, okay? So he didn't have the right to be there. It was a private conference so that they could address some things with the media. It was not open to the public. To me, it also shows the fact that he thinks he can come into this family's space with his presence because, oh, my son, you know, he got killed. It's kind of bullying. It seems like that's where his son got it from.
Now, like Michi said, I don't know where this man... Hold on, give me a second here, y'all. Had to turn my foot thing on, massage my feet. But I don't know where this man gets off just showing up at a private press conference. He just walked right in the door. He just walked right in the door like he was supposed to be there. We don't know what this man could have had in that little arm sleeve. He could have had a little small 22 or something. You know, he could have been wanting to get revenge. But it's a good thing the family wasn't out there when he walked in, because you know he wanted to say something. Y'all know he wanted to say something to that family. That's why he showed up. He wanted to say something real bad. But let's get back into this, y'all.
Even when you don't have the right to tell people what to do, you still want to exhort yourself in someone else's face as though you're going to force them to listen to you or let you be in their space. It's probably the thing that got your son killed. So now at least we know where he got it from.
Look, he's just walking right in there. Like, we don't know what he could have up there in a little arm thing. I need that camera he got right there. I need that lens. Oh, excuse me. Like, what is he standing there for? For real. And he's just standing there like he's like if y'all don't pay me no attention or say something to me, I'm gonna start screaming and hollering. I'm gonna show my butt. Look at him. You're inside the building with sunglasses on. Come on, dude. Come on, man. I mean, it's a sad thing that his son lost his life, but seeing how he's acting now, you know where his son gets it from. Because evidently he thought he was untouchable just walking into a private press conference. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, but let's get back into this. Well, there they go, kicking him out. Get up out of here, man.
Hello, everyone. We are about to approach and get started in a few minutes. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
He's serious. They serious about their security too. Look.
We have security that are here in the building. We have a blended of Dallas Police Department and security for the Next Generation Action Network. Let me make this very clear because I say this unapologetically. The Next Generation Action Network has never played with the safety and security of anything. We don't play those type of games, all right? We like to, whenever we're doing a protest or anything, everybody in the media know we don't play when it comes to safety and security. So we're gonna ask one time for it and ask you to slide over just one time. We're not gonna ask anybody something twice, okay? I will make sure that the safety of this family is ensured. It won't happen on my watch. I just want you to know so that you can quote it. If we have to ask more than once.
Not on his watch.
That's coming at the direction of me. You can quote me on it. All right?
Look, they walking his ass up out of there.
What's crazy is they feel like he just walked in.
Dude, he just walked right in it.
Where he was going to be.
Exactly.
If it was private.
Exactly. He knew because he probably was following them around. This man was probably waiting for his chance. This man was waiting for his chance to go up in there and say something to this family. He was waiting for the chance to go up in there and say something to this family, man. Now that's See, people like that will cause you to, you know, step outside the circle for a minute. They will cause you to step outside your circle for a minute and just, you know, and just step outside the circle and just lose it and just lose yourself for a second. You know, but it's not worth it. You know, it's not worth it. But here's the guy talking about the family right here. jump in on this real quick.
The father being at this press conference.
So today we finally hear from Carmelo Anthony's.
And this is them escorting him from the jail. You know, this everybody's mad because this boy and the judge reduced his bond. But why are y'all mad about this boy getting a bond reduction? He's allowed a bond reduction. Whether you white, black, purple, gray, turquoise, teal, whether you a copper color, you are entitled to a bond reduction. Now, whether or not the judge gives you that bond reduction, that's up to the judge. But everybody's entitled to a bond reduction. So, why is America, why is the Caucasian Americans mad at this young man for getting a bond reduction and for the judge reducing his bond? Would he have like a $2 million bond?
I want to say it was $1 million or $2 million.
Yeah, he had like a $2 million bond, and the judge reduced it down to $25,000, a $25,000 bond.
It was 250.
250,000. Yeah. So, but people that have killed, people that have committed murders in the melanated community, when they got bond, nobody said nothing. When George Zimmerman got a bond, nobody said nothing. You know, the little punk ass boy Kyle Rittenhouse, nobody said anything about him. And what makes it so bad, people was downing this young man's family about this GoFundMe. And here to find out there were fake GoFundMe pages. Excuse me, y'all, I said the wrong thing. But there was fake GoFundMe pages set up in this boy's name. And the family figured that out and they shut him down. But they were talking about this family getting this money, and you know, here come the rumors, come the mail rumor, going. Oh, all they wanted is the money. All they want is money. Da 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 da. His family has money. His family already has money. You know, this boy can not go to school for the rest of the year and still graduate because of his GPA. Babe, I used a big word.
What did you?
GPA. Yeah. You got her.
I must have scared you.
Some of her fur's right there under the thing. But if y'all hear me having a conversation, I was talking to my lovely wife who's sitting next to me. But anyway, let's get back into this video. And once again, thank Niecy X for posting this video for me to bring it to y'all.
Family, with everything that has been going on with this case, there are a lot of rumors and things that have been spread that are false. So they came forward today to clear up some of those things, from GoFundMe's, buying mansions, spending money on new cars, and so much more. I can't say if what happened between the boys on that day at the track meet was due to racism, but I can tell you.
I'm gonna pause it right here, y'all. Y'all see this tent, this yellow and black tent? Now, for anybody that's been following this story, this tent has been the focal point of the beginning of this investigation. But little did they tell people, little did anybody know, this young man's body is up here, where this tarp is, where this blue tarp is, and I stated this in another video. How in the hell did the focal point go from here and you ended all the way up here? So therefore, if you kicked Carmelo Anthony out of this tent, that means you and your brother purposely followed him all the way up here to where if the altercation started here, if he got stabbed here, okay, if he got stabbed here, there should have been blood and everything up here. If he got stabbed right here and ended up all the way up here, what does that tell y'all? That means they ran after that boy. After he stood there and told them, touch me and see what happens. Now, anybody from the hood, you know, from the inner cities, in the urban areas, know what that means. Know what that means. Touch me and touch me again. Touch me again and watch what happens. It's a universal language amongst us. It's a universal language amongst us. And for that to be said, they didn't take heed because they didn't know. But let's get back into this video.
That since this has happened, that America has not failed to show you how racist it is, and all of the things that have taken place since then, all the lies that people have said, and this outrage from white people who seem to not have any of this outrage when we look at the cases that are in reverse, where white people are constantly taking the lives of black people, then their attitude is completely the opposite. So with that said, I'm going to play this press conference and you guys can hear from the family all of the lies and the rumors that have been spread about what is going on with the funds and things
There's
that
the
you were
mother and
hearing.
the father right
I
there.
want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words, don't quote anybody, is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf, because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack.
You want to say
a
hi, Mama?
grieving
Come here.
family, even
Come
if
here. She wants
I
to say hi.
disagree
y'all.
with them.
Say
When
hi.
I have stood
No.
before this
Say
podium
hi.
for people who have died at the hands
Say
of
hi to
law
everybody.
enforcement,
No.
I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say,
Shabbat.
so it don't be as
Good girl. Okay. Come on.
is that was
Get down.
disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet
Exactly.
bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting non-stop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So regardless of what going on, that was disrespectful. Disrespectful. And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit.
You know what I noticed? Where's Ben Crump?
I haven't heard from him at
Where's
all.
Ben Crump? He must have made enough money from ambulance chasing that he didn't even want to get involved with this, or the family didn't want him involved in this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a question that I'm just sitting up here asking. What?
He normally shows his face everywhere.
Yeah, you know, it's like the man said, like I said, like I stated in the video before, how they were doing fake pages in Carmelo Anthony's name for GoFundMe's. You know, they were setting up everything and all the rest of that, and the family didn't receive anything. They didn't get not one dime from that GoFundMe yet. So, and as you can see, how the boy's dad walked up in the whole joint. You know what I mean? He walked up in the whole joint like he owned it. Like he was supposed, like he had the authority over everybody in the room. He just walked in there with his little sunglasses on and just stood there. Where's the little arm in the sling? No, wait, it was this arm. He stood there with his little arm in the sling. Like he read the joint.
No, and I do understand the fact that the baby has passed away.
Yeah.
But people, you know, there's always a reaction to every action. And my thing is, regardless, it never would have happened if they would have stayed in their own lane. They would have stayed in their own place. Nothing would have happened.
Yeah, because they didn't have to bother that boy. They didn't have
There
to
was
bother
other
him.
people under that tent that shouldn't have been there either.
Exactly.
Everybody was trying to run from the rain.
But,
I understand.
you know, I'm quite sure I'm quite sure the videos are going to come out. The videos are going to come out after everything, you know, after they go to the courts and all the rest of that. Excuse me. You know, just wait for the videos to come out. Somebody out there sitting on it, itching. They itching like a fiend. They up there fiending in the house, waiting to put this video out. So all this can be squashed, done and over with. Not squashed and done and over with because it's still going to have to go to court. But, you know, as far as the public eye. You know, so let's get back into this.
Not just as an advocate, but as a black man, as a father, as a protector, in community, and children. There are 4 critical points I must address today, and I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony family. The Carmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by Give, Send, Go, let's be clear. The family has not received one dime.
Told y'all.
Any of the media could have verified this. But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false and lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, and private security. Let me make this very clear. The next...
That's crazy how somebody can just go ahead. I don't know how GoFundMe accounts work. I've never had one. I've never had to do one. But I do know people that has done it. I just never did one. So I don't know. I can't say, well, you know, in order for them to do that, you have to have their Excuse me. You know, but how do you set up a GoFundMe in somebody else's name? I just let me know what y'all think about this situation down in the comments below. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification so y'all can run on down. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Come on down, subscribe to the channel, and let's get back into this.
Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Karmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged, but if they have the audacity
Bottle fell out my hand.
money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative. The family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by Give, Send, Go that they could start the withdrawal process. But if anybody know about this process, they know that that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account. But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like TMZ was able to call, Give, Send, Go, everybody in the media, in these news outlets that I've never heard before, could have did the same thing. When I first called Give, Send, Go, they gave me every information that I needed. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear. This family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform. All of the funds that were...
So for all y'all that's been out there talking about the family is exploiting this for money, shame on y'all. Y'all just heard the man say the family has not received or not even did anything with that money. They can't even withdraw it. I mean, they can, but when they do, it takes 2 days to receive the money. The family's been, they haven't.
But who is it people's business to pocket watch? If somebody's going to donate to his family, let them donate.
Exactly.
It's nobody else's business.
Right. If this family wanna go buy a boat or move somewhere else because they feel threatened, that's their prerogative. They can do that because once you give somebody some money or anything, if you give them some money, that's like a bank account. If you put some money in somebody else's bank account, you're not getting that. That's their money. They can do whatever they want with it, right? Basically, they can do whatever they want with it. It's their money. But they haven't even received the money. They haven't even touched the money. That's the whole that's the bad thing about it. People was trying to run this family's name in the mud.
Not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool at all, man. That's crazy. Being that they already under, you know what I mean? They already under the spotlight. Everybody's under the spotlight that's involved in this whole situation. Everybody's under the spotlight. And for people to sit back and just make up, come up with their own narrative to the situation, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But let's get back into this.
Raised on the GoFundMe were all fraud.
He dropped his microphone too. He must feel like me.
Yeah, I got you. All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud, okay? The family was the first to report these funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to $11,000. So a post about anything that stated that GoFundMe took everything down regarding Karmelo Anthony, that was at the request of the families and their supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe. The Next Generation Action Network is very well aware of the company's policy regarding raising funds for legal defense. Okay?
Right.
Since this tragedy unfolded, the Anthony family has been subject to unimaginable amount of hate, racism, threats to their safety. People have sat outside their house, sent objects delivered to their door, publicly harassed, online and in person. This is not just about Karmelo. It's about the family who dared to stand and demand justice in return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds. But let me say this loud and clear. We are not scared. We are not moving. We will not be silent.
Yes, sir.
What I've always said as the president of the Next Generation Action Network, we will never ask the oppressor for permission to liberate our people. We will not ask for permission to stand up for the rights of our children. The Next Generation Action Network has stood on both sides of the fence in ensuring that justice is served. Now getting to the information that the Next Generation Action Network wanted to.
It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. It's just the loss of life is such a tragedy on any side of the spectrum. Whether it be this side, that side. Loss of life is always tragic, man. You know. So let's get back into this.
To share with the public today. And I will go ahead and pass it over to the mother and once I make this statement, okay? All right. There's two more final. For the last week and a half, the Next Generation Action Network has engaged in communications with Frisco ISD to ensure that Karmelo Anthony's due process is not violated. We know that in the state of Texas, there are things that are discretionary things and decisions by the leadership of Frisco ISD, right? There are clear guidance in the state and education code regarding expulsion of a student. We have asked several times, we didn't just rush, we have had these conversations over the last several days, and we have stated that it is just outright wrong to get involved in this. Karmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities. But Karmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate, okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Karmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation.
That ain't right.
That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say as many media outlets have asked us what went on.
What's weird about this whole situation? Not one teacher, not one person came up and said anything.
They don't want to lose their job.
Fuck. I'm saying something. Call me a snitch, call me whatever, but I'm saying something. It just makes you think, man, that this could have been any one of us. You know what I mean? This could have been any one of us. Anybody. You know, could have been an old man. You know, the old neighborhood mechanic that you see every day. It could have been him. Could have been your elderly neighbor. It could have been any one of us, man. Any one of us. Now let's get back into this.
Trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustees, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all do that research. Because as a person who is the administrator of your children, you are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. So the Next Generation Action Network, outside of the legal process, will be going through different avenues regarding to ensure that we fight for the rights of Karmelo Anthony. Okay? So in the next coming days, we will be announcing to the public. We will do direct action outside of Frisco ISD administration office because this is outright wrong. You are getting involved in a process that even the legal process has asked us to respect.
They can't talk about the case to go by, but yet in public, let social media tell it. They know everything. They know everything. When this first happened, they swore up and down that boy was a thug. He's a criminal. He is a gangster. You know, he's a bad influence. He was raised he was raised up in a single parent home. His dad wasn't ever there. This is the shit that they were saying, but look at her now. I mean, look at the family now. Look at the family. Everybody, I mean, it's
Everybody's so quick to judge.
They judged that boy and his family from the door. From the door, just because of his skin, just because of his skin tone.
Have you noticed every case that deals with some type of unalivement? If it's white versus black or black versus white, it's always a side.
Yep.
And they don't even look into the case. They look at the color of the person's skin.
Yep. They always judge you first. They run you down first. You know, but you don't never hear about you don't never really hear too much about white on white crime, do you?
I barely. Well, no. Take it back. We don't know the FUSU whatever PUN or whatever. I'm sorry, I can't believe you gotta say different words.
Yeah, we don't know how. We don't know.
We don't know what's behind that, and there's a lot of
you know, there was another. You know, there's another takedown at another school. We're gonna get into that one later. You know. But in this world, it's fight or flight, survival of the fittest. Ain't that what they always say? Loss of life is tragic no matter who you are, on which side of the spectrum that you stand. Losing a life,
It's not all. It's not good.
it's never easy. It's not good at all. You know, it's one of them things to where you know it's going to happen. You just don't know when or how or you know what I mean, or why. You just know it happens. Could he have done it differently? Yeah. But like I was saying to my wife, there's people talking about, all these self-defense classes and all these self-defense classes that people be taking. Let me tell you something. If you are up against a situation like this young man was, if you are up against a situation to where your life is in danger, all that self-defense class stuff is out the window.
That's facts.
All that self-defense stuff is out the window.
It's fight or
Period.
flight.
Period. It's either you or me. It's either you or me. There's no trying to pivot away from it or do anything like that, do some flips and chops and whatever you're going to do. All that goes out the window. All that goes out the window. Prime example, look at the police. All that training these officers be having, and they still end up putting something hot in somebody and unaliving them. Do all the training, and the people don't even be having anything. So all that prepping and all that preparing goes out the window when you come across that bridge to face that situation head on. All that goes out the window. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Care who you are, what you know, how long you've known it. All that goes out the window. Well, let's get back into this.
And we're asking you to do that same thing. You do not have to get involved in this situation. But it seems that even with us going and meeting or having conversations, they have made their mind up. And we want to make sure that the records, that we talk truth to power in regards. I wanted to lay this out to ensure, because of the sensitivity of this case, there are so many moving factors that I have to explain so that this family does not have to explain. Let me say this about the 4th, and let me repeat this so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department. The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent. I know you know this is all law. It's because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, this crime investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we wanted to.
Psych your man,
Okay?
Booty Shine.
We can't.
He ain't giving y'all no info.
So don't ask. There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So make it clear. Go back, confirm with Frisco Police Department. Go back, confirm with the district attorney. Even in the bond hearing, you didn't see a single thing said about was indirect. They're minors. Okay? So stop. The social media, stop. I haven't saw not one person single-handedly get this right in the public. They're minors, y'all.
You're not going to.
Just stop. We can't. Don't send another inquiry to NGAN inbox. Do this, all of that. That's the reason why we felt like it was important to do this press conference today. We can't talk about it. So if you ask me, I'm just going to look at you, okay? So I'm telling the world, everybody know the state law. I'm not creating it. We can't talk about it. This family can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Nobody, unless you want to be sued. You release one of those 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds name, the law of this land tells you what was going to happen to you. Okay? So don't ask that question. Finally, in regards to this judge, I do not know Judge Angela Tucker. I've never met her, never known her, never been nowhere near her court. Don't know anything about her until we were notified that she was going to hear the writ. But the ugly...
Let me pause this real quick, y'all. I'm not laughing at this, I'm laughing at my wife. Me and my wife be doing the goofiest, we be doing the goofiest shit in the house, man. Because sometimes, you know, even though we are content creators, you know, we do concentrate on our craft. We are content creators, we are entrepreneurs. When I say entrepreneurs, I mean that's because we have our own t-shirt business. But I was laughing at my wife because we bought these sprays. Well, give me this. We got these from Home Goods, right?
No.
Hobby Lobby?
Yeah.
Okay, we got these sprays from Hobby Lobby. I bought a black sand and cashmere. I don't know if you see that. Black sand and cashmere. It's a spray for your room. Black sand and cashmere. And we bought a eucalyptus and musk. I don't know if y'all can see that. And my wife just sprayed one. Now when you smell something real good. She was over there. So that's what I was laughing at. So, you know, she distracted me from doing what I was doing. But let's get back into this.
The attacks on her just shows Black America.
I was going to separate this video, but I decided to just do it all in one take.
And that is your constitutional right. It's people out here reminding us of the Black struggle in America. This woman is a registered Republican, has been for years. She put herself through school, she raised her family, she did everything. I'm a registered Democrat, proud. I'm the chair of the Dallas County Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman. And to call her leftist is just downright disrespectful. The bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice. If Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he kills Tatiana Jefferson, Carmelo Anthony can get a $250,000.
Facts.
If Amber Geiger can get a $200,000 bond when she kills Botham Judge in his own home, he can get a $250,000. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards.
Facts.
All white officers. Why couldn't Carmelo Anthony be entitled, a child with no background, no criminal background, no danger placed on a ELM and brought home. Please help me understand. Make this make sense. It's consistency. It's consistent with practice. After this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until this trial. We will not speak to the media again after this, okay? Don't ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco ISD will be as separate from the legal process because we want to make sure that Karmelo Anthony's due process, this is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is a case that has not even been indicted. So, under the guise of Texas law, it's not even really proceeding to a trial yet because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know. It's in the district attorney's hands, okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things, and we will not be talking about the legal process regarding this case, okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know, I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years. I am tried, tested, and proven. I'm gonna just say, I'm from Oak Cliff. Worser things have been said about me, baby.
You know, I've never heard of this organization until today. Never heard of it.
You ain't gotta inbox me, you ain't gotta tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. I am a proven testimony standing here that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story. I'm gonna bring this mother, Karla Hayes, and it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today. And I want you guys to respect her as she reads this and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Karla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way.
Y'all hear what this lady said? She said she is a stay-at-home mom. So, that means the dad is the one who has the money. But it doesn't matter because they treat it as though they are family. But who cares if they packed up and moved to a gated community? So what? Their lives were being threatened. What are they supposed to do? Just sit right there and wait for somebody to do some harm to them? No.
In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because...
That's a shame. Why go to the point to threaten the family? All behind a young man that didn't understand or respect the term touch me and see what happened. He didn't respect it. He didn't respect the term, so he got poked. He got poked, and he fucked around and found out. It's hard to say, and it seemed like it's mean, but and there was three different tents out there on that track field, and it's crazy because now this family has to rely on protection from either the FBI or the local police or the security company that guy was talking about. Give me a second here, y'all. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine somebody threatening my family. I could not imagine somebody threatening my family, man. Like, you're bold as fuck to really threaten a person's family. Like, you and then you send them threatening messages over social media, which you know the police and everybody watches social media. I don't care who you are. They watch it. They watch it. Like, they're not going to find you through your IP address. Let's get back into this, y'all.
She's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly.
No.
In reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do.
Love that.
We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us.
And I know people are pissed. I know they are mad because they wanted it. They wanted this young boy to be from a broken home so bad.
Yeah.
They wanted him to be from a broken home so bad so they could say, see, I told you he was brought up in a broken home and that's why he act like he is. He's a thug, he's a criminal, he's a gangster, he's a da 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 da. But after this, it was sent to me, the Metcalf boy, the coroner's report. And for those of you that do not know or have not seen it, when I post it, this should shut everybody the hell up. This young boy did not come from a broken home. He wasn't raised a street kid. Now that the roles is reversed, they trying to come up with any and every excuse in the world. Get down, mama. They trying to come up with any and every excuse in the world. It was a witch hunt from the door. The whole focus was on the Metcalf boy. The whole focus was on him. About how he was a good student, how he was a good boy, and they were this, they were that. They was even showing, and what makes it so bad, this is what the media does. This is what the media does. They put it right in your face and expect you to be dumb. You posted a picture of these two boys holding guns, automatic weapons. You posted the father getting arrested for nasty assault. Can't say the word, but the nasty assault. Begins with an S. Can't say it. Nasty assault. Broken home. So this boy's mother got on the TV, put on the tears. Put on the tears automatically. Boom. That because that's what they do. They'll get up there, they're oh yeah. Then all of a sudden they get up there, here come the tears to get sympathy.
What boy?
The Metcalf boy. Oh, okay. His mother got up there shedding tears. Then the brother gets up there with his little fake crocodile tears. I can't talk about it right now. Because he act like he was so distraught over the whole thing. But knowing all along him and his brother started this. And then he turns around and he actually committed perjury.
You can't commit perjury.
He made a police statement. He made a police statement. And then he turned around and recanted his statement saying that him and his brother are the ones who initiated the whole thing.
Yeah, all that's going to come up in court.
Yeah.
So there's things that we don't know that haven't
Right.
been told yet.
Because
so nobody can assume
right.
what was said, what was done, whatever. We don't know that. We just, everybody's speculating.
We're looking at what's being sent to us and what we look up. You know what I mean? I wasn't there. You wasn't there. None of these content creators was there. Somebody was there, though. Somebody was there. There's a lot of witnesses. Somebody was there. Like I said, give them a minute. The videos is going to pop up. Watch. Now let's get back into this.
Not just some of us. To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out.
Right.
To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
That's sad, man.
We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm gonna show something up of a post You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields. Never heard of this woman. This is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives. Come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields.
Let's see if I can stop that and get a real good look at that. See what this woman is saying? They have already moved into a massive 350,000 square foot home valued at over $800K that they are renting from Indian investors out of Frisco. This is what Give, Send, Go did. But see, once again, they have not received none of the money. But y'all see how people jump the gun on all of this? The family already, the father works. He takes care of his household. So if that man want to go buy a pony, if he want to go buy a pony, it's his right to go buy a pony. Everybody pocket watching, everybody money watching. So they can have something to say. See, I told you they were just about the money. They were out to get the money. What do they call it? What the grifters? They call them. So they can start calling them grifters and do all that. But right there, the man just told y'all the family has not received none of that money, has not even touched none of that money. So everybody that's been saying that about this family, y'all need to just go ahead and shut the hell up. This family is grieving for another family, but also are trying to keep it together for their son.
This is the kind of despicable things.
I can't get that bottom one. That bottom one was blurry.
Political operatives motivating this family with hate. Carmelo Anthony posted on something.
They didn't show that one.
That
Up
showed,
close.
Posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah. She's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that
she
the
barking at my wife
knows exactly what is going on, I ask, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back. We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody said anything. So since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm gonna say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day.
Facts.
It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a black man in America. And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country, we have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare, even with the information I know, and plenty people can share that and all that, but we have prevented from speaking about that in these type of public forums. It will come out. They have a more than well capable attorney, and this family will go through a process of being able to get prepared for this trial. So I just say this real quick. This is our final time speaking to public and holding a press conference regarding this particular case. Now, the Next Generation Action Network will talk about Frisco ISD, but we will not do this. I will not ask this mother to do this again. The attorney will not. We won't do this again. Don't ask. We will see you at trial. Whatever venue that is, we will see you there. I stand 10 toes down supporting this family.
10 toes
I
down.
want to thank all of the community leaders.
He's rooted in
people
this.
that I have seen that have came here today. Bishops and pastors and clergy, community leaders with respectability in this community. I see them today, and I want to thank them for their presence, because this family needs strength right now. Thank you, and God bless you.
So that's my time up on here, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for taking this ride to my day ones. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. For everybody that's new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, bang that bell notification for all you newcomers so you know exactly when I post and when I come on. Bang them thumbs up. So with that being said, people, make sure you run and go tell your neighbors, tell your mama, tell your papa, tell your grandma, tell your grandfather, tell your auntie. You know, the one that still thinks she's like 22. Go tell your auntie. Your goldfish out the tank, make them hit that subscribe button, throw him back in the tank. So appreciate y'all. That's my time. Till next time. Love y'all. Peace. Stay blessed.